Yes, I completely co-signed that comment from chat. Luna's biggest advantage over Hope is that she gives you 5 energy on turn 4, which this deck doesn't care about. Hope lets us have 6 on 5, which is what we're looking for. Man, do I want to fill the raft? I think I do, yeah. I think it's this. I think it's this. Wait, what if they Eliath me? Order for Warhead. There's the real MVP. There's the real. I was making jokes about Eliath, but we need to order for Warhead. Good show. Those spots where it's super free to play around it, so you might as well. Ghost Rider could technically get us into here. I'm gonna leave myself the flexibility to armor this still, I think. Is this snappable? I feel like it's snappable. 60% to draw a Bomb Diggity next turn. Yeah. Losing our Black Knight to a random Killmonger in the Craven deck's a little unfortunate. Now we're kind of hoping to spike another 6 next turn. Okay, that means Lady Sif ties the right.
I'm coming for you.
Oh. Stop me if you've heard this one before, but Dead to Shang. Curiouser and curiouser. Cannonball lose the game as a new one. That card usually wins when it shows up. You probably have to leave an average game a lab game. We have no hope and no discard cards. Sedge. That ties, yeah. Perfect.
Clear for takeoff.
Oh, wow. I would expect them to move the Rocket Groot. I guess we don't have to play there. How's the Black Vortex looking this time of year? Awkward is the answer. Huh. So if they shag me, I lose 4 everywhere. I think we die. Even if they don't shag me, the Infinite is only +7 everywhere. So I'd have to have 18 be good enough on the left and the right, which seems unlikely. I think we bounce here.
Escaped.
Is there a world where Magneto won? I don't think so. Especially with just the consideration of Shang in the center as well. I don't think there's any reason to adjust Zabu. I know, like, old Zabu was better inside of decks explicitly like this one, but in general, I think Zabu's landed in a very good spot where it's at right now. I think the existing Zabu decks are very reasonable and fine. I was thinking about snapping just because we have our good draw, but if they played like a Dakin, we could realistically lose this still, so I think the answer is no. This snap's like a little bit late now, but like the Dakin deck is just scary linear, so I don't think I can risk it before now. So this is one of those spots where, because of the deck they're playing, I can't snap early, and then by the time I should be snapping, like, it's too late. They're gonna go, but I think that's right. I don't know. Maybe it's right to just raise the bet. TVA. Can I stay because of Ebony Maw? The Ebony Maw is making me pause and be like, can we stay? I think no. I think if they play samples, so we just get cooked.
Escaped.
I preferred when Zabu was a build-around engine rather than an afterthought. I don't know. I will say I'm a little disappointed that they nerfed Zabu and then subsequently never did anything about Shang. I felt like, at least at the time when they communicated what their goal was with changing Zabu initially, it was like, okay, we're gonna do this, and then like if Shang and these other fours are still everywhere, we're gonna do something about them. And then they like changed Darkhawk, but they just like let Shang-Chi continue to be Shang-Chi. And it's like, well, very clearly the problem with Shang wasn't Zabu. It's still in 50% of everything. Second Dinner definitely views tech cards like Shang-Chi as an important part of balancing the game. And I think that's true. I just think they probably shouldn't regularly be in 50% of decks, and Shang's the only one that does that. And for the old regulars, I apologize that you're gonna have to like hear me repeat myself, but like something I've been a big proponent of in the past is like, while it's important, obviously, that we have tools like Shang to make sure big number decks don't run rampant, it doesn't really make sense that Shang should be the only one, right? Or the best one. I should have snapped earlier. I assume they're leaving now. Shang is the easiest to play. He's the easiest to play, and he's like the most efficient, right? Would Valk be too good as a 4? I don't know. I wish they would spend some time exploring that idea, right? Like, is Valk too good as a 4? Because she's pretty unplayable at 5. Especially in relation to Shang, right? Like, she has such a real downside. It's like, why would I play this card that costs 5 that has a downside, but I can play the one that costs 4 that really doesn't? I've not been snapping very well with this deck, but we've been winning plenty of games. So our cube rate's probably kind of mediocre. We'll snap appropriately now. We'll snap before we make the blade. Yeah, that's funny. It's not even just Valkyrie. The why does Spider-Man 2099 exist as is another really good question. And so that's another one of those cards that I really wish they'd take just like a really big swing at. Do you want to play Thaddeus? I kind of like the idea of playing Thaddeus, and then we play War Machine. Oh, I already have Infinite. I kind of like the idea of fishing up another 6, though. And even if I draw another 6 and I don't play it, drawing a 6 makes me more likely to get Ghost Rider before the end of the game, which is nice. Hmm. Ajax is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's 15. So this ties Ajax on the left, yeah? And this gets me a 20. Let's see if I counted right.
I'm coming for you.
Math! Math is cheating, chat. Never forget. Never forget! Reading is cheating. Imagine being able to count to Marvel Snap. It's busted. Busted. I said we were going to throw cubes away, chat, and now we are getting dangerously close to 8,500 snap points. Dangerously close to 8,500 snap points. Swap Magneto for Isan. Absolutely not. That sounds atrocious. Oh, they're the movement deck. So I was going to talk about how we're just going to arbor this so that way it doesn't get shanged, but they can break these up and then shang us elsewhere is the issue. Yeah. Oh, Marvel Snap. Well, we'll hang out and play the game, but we have to leave if they snap us.
Escaped.
Unlucky. We lost 4 points! That's so many points. You kind of judge how good or bad my opponent's MMR is based on whether or not we win or lose 3 points against them. Hopefully Arbro gets to do double duty here. They're a Killmonger deck, but using the Black Knight early. Ah, Marvel Retreat, my favorite game. It's just this number going up is a sickness, chat. When we get going, Like, I don't want to snap because I want to see games for content, but at the same time, I want the cubes. Give me the cubes. I can't help myself. I'm human. I need all of them. I have 8,500 snap points? No, we need more. More! Got them cubes, brood. I don't think I'm supposed to blade this just yet. I'm sad if I draw Ghost Rider, but I'm happy if I draw Black Knight. It's your own fault you're seeing so many retreats playing meta powerhouse Black Knight. That's true, you know. That's true. Listen, Untap says we have a 60% win rate right now, okay? Don't you make fun of my deck. Oh, look, I drew Ghost Rider, and I'm sad. Is this crazy? I can't decide. Might be. Might be. It's crazy, but also kind of cute. That's what I'm going for. Kind of cute. Any type of game theory around the snapping and not snapping and how you approach it, Morietti, kind of ignores the fact or makes the assumption that people are making good choices and understand the system. And the reality is, just like even towards the top of the ladder, a lot of people are approaching this like a superhero card game, not a poker table, right? There's a lot of loose and bad decisions. Yeah, the way this is panned out is just no good for us. I guess because it presents itself as a superhero card game, yeah. Yeah, you, any betting or wagering system is based around the concept that like both players understand it and they care meaningfully about the stakes involved, and that's just like not true for a lot of Snap, even towards the top. All right, we gotta play some more of this because it's been going better than expected. I was expecting to spew, and we're currently up cubes. Let's go ahead and take a brief pause for the cause and let some adverts roll. We'll see you in a little bit. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Watching on the YouTube right now, be sure to smash the like button on the video. Doesn't cost you anything, it helps the content out. If you're a fellow old like myself, just a reminder, maybe you should stand up and stretch, grab a drink of water if you've been sitting for a while. Our lovely beach scene here across my man boobs. You see lots of man boobs on the beach, chat. It's only appropriate that we put a beach over mine. Into the AM just told me they're gonna have a sale here coming up soon. We'll be doing some promo for. Soon, TM. When you're skinny, they call those pecs. I don't know what that's like. I seem to be relatively incapable of getting much below the 175 mark. I could probably if I really tried, but I don't know that I want to try enough. Sounds like more work than I'm willing to do. Oh, maybe over the summer it'll work. Maybe over the summer it'll work itself out when I start doing more cardio again. Looking forward to being able to walk outside and swim again periodically. Dev FPS, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate that. Thaddeus draws us friends. You absolutely should not get Thaddeus for this deck. You should play a different 1 or 2 energy card that you like. Varvirus, thank you for the 19 months. Welcome back. Someone said I'm skinny. I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure I'm like solidly average. I'm 6 foot 0 inches and 175 pounds. You know, I haven't actually looked at a BMI calculator in a long time. It's weird to me that the categories go, oh, this says healthy weight. I thought this said heavyweight. I was like, why does it go from underweight to heavyweight? I'm at the high end of healthy weight. So I'm American skinny. That's true. We're at the high end of a healthy weight. Classic American skinny. GOZ, thank you for the 22 months. Welcome back. Yeah. BMI isn't exactly exact things. There's different muscle mass and stuff calculations it doesn't account for, but generally for most people it's a good eyeball. There's some things around the edges that are like, well, kinda sorta, but it's a fine like rough sketch or whatever you want to call it. I classify as medieval wealthy. That's fine. The lifting program my buddy and I do, it says it's for people who are 175 pounds or more. So, you know, if I lost too much more weight, I wouldn't be able to do it anymore, right? It's my excuse. I gotta stay at 175. Is this enough? I don't know if this is enough. Yeah, if you're someone who's like outside the healthy range, but you're not overweight, you're probably doing enough and know your way around the system enough to know what's appropriate or not for you. Ooh, we beat the Patriot. That's good for us. I think I'm just doing this at this point, though. Oh, I could do both, actually. I could have my cake and eat it, too. Do I want to be able to contest here, though? I think I want to be able to contest here. It's like I could take this, and it doesn't discard because of what's it called? I'm gonna do this. Ooh, that's actually kind of a spicy one because it adds 2 extra points to armor, yeah? Is this ongoing? Sure is. Yeah, Iron Patriot in the Bass deck is interesting. I suppose you just, like, have control over when it happens, though, right? And Iron Patriot's just, like, incredibly overtuned, so just, like, you want to play more good cards. This is 25 on the right, 21 in the middle, and 12 on the left. They are going to 18 on the right. We win the breaker, yeah? Breaker, breaker, give me some news. I got hot 17 points over you. We're so close to 8,500, chat. Oh, my Marvel Snap self-worth is at an all-time high as my rank points continue to progress up. We're so smart. We're so thin. We only have a less than 50% chance to pull a big thing here. So I think we bail. I guess Thaddeus is like kinda if we squint, but I think we have to go.
Escaped.
Would you say you're the high end of healthy intelligence to match your race? I'm not gonna say I'm a genius, but I can at least say I've never accidentally added the editor of The Atlantic to a group message where I was discussing military secrets. So I'm at least smart enough to avoid that mistake. So you're unqualified to be in U.S. government. For the current administration, definitely unqualified. Certainly. Werewolf by Night Enjoyer. Is a very cultured individual. I think it would be wrong of me to snap a werewolf by Night Enjoyer, so we'll just submit. Oh, man. Skunk to the rocket. Got him. This probably messes up at least one dog jump, yeah? I guess there's some question on... Is this optimal? Because if I draw Ghost Rider next turn... Is this better? Or is this better? Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. Bojack Norseman? Okay. Giganto, eh? Giganto, eh? Could lose if the dog ends left, I suppose. Hey, I don't see a good way out of it, because Magneto would drag the dog back to the center. We're probably supposed to leave, yeah? Fine, we'll spew. I'd like the record to reflect we're supposed to leave here, though. The werewolf by Night Enjoyer deserves an extra point. Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm out. They waited too long. I was gonna do it. They gave myself time to talk myself out of it. That's classic Werewolf by Night gaming, chat. You count out your infinite permutations and run the rope all the way down, and your opponent retreats later. It's a good one. I have Ghost Rider into Luke's bar. I have a blade for somewhere else. Their spells still banish on Luke's bar, right? I understand that correctly? Yeah, between War Machine and Ghost Rider, this deck's really good at getting into places you're not supposed to. They must not have realized that if their hands full, they get to stay in there, huh? Was bouncing Lady Sif correct there? I actually might not have a window to play her back down again, yeah? I'm probably supposed to have left her in Necrotia or Machine World. Yeah, I'm actually not gonna have a... Not gonna have a window here. I can give them an Ebony Maw they can't do anything with. So, Magneto doesn't actually win the center. Is it just this? I think it's just this. Just Magneto would drag... Ghost Rider and Magneto would drag Galacta and Gwenpool into here. I still have Grapple as well, yeah. Yeah, and I'm hoping they just can't get more than 7 into Necrotia. Although I guess with Gwenpool that could be possible. Ooh, that's scary. Beating that. Beating that. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. So happy.
Victory.
We inch closer and closer to the 8500. Assuredly it can drag us up over. I believe. Do 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 do. I'm kind of into this, if I'm being honest. And I have War Machine for later anyways. Our Mr. Negative matchup is probably bad, if I had to venture a guess. think we do this turn, and then we War Machine. Well, that's close. So I could do this turn, and then War Machine next turn. But the upside to War Machining this turn is if I topped a Ghost Rider, I can Ghost Rider back to death next turn. That's pretty high upside. That magicking is actually kind of punishing now. Especially if we don't draw Ghost Rider. That's fine. Imagine not drawing Ghost Rider. Imagine not drawing Ghost Rider.
I'm coming for you.
I love when you come for me, Ghost Rider. That's what he says, Chad. He says, I'm coming for you. Take it up with the second dinner voice line writers, not me. I'm just repeating what the card said.
Opponent snapped.
It's so sad, because, like, we have to leave. It's correct to leave. The game is called Marvel Retreat. Okay? We're just following what the game is called. You just can't ever stay in this position. Our draw is good, but their draw is significantly better. This is like a little cheeky, but I think it's probably appropriately so, yes. What do we think? Too cheeky or just cheeky enough? Oh, Thaddeus. Draw me cards, Daddy Teddy. Look at Daddy Teddy dropping off a care package. Wow! What a gamer! What a gamer! Holy. The Uno, not the Uno reverse card. It wouldn't be a big deal except we got diffed really hard by the expansion here, so I think we're cooked. Freaking tech cards. We built our deck to be resilient to resilient against tech cards, chat. And now they're getting us. Hey, the gang's all here, but I think it's too little too late. Unlucky. Our 8,500 hopes and dreams are slipping away. Slipping away 3 points at a time. We just stop running into Dream Dimension. That would be helpful for sure. Less Dream Dimension would be nice. We have a lot of good ways to get into the altar, so I think we leave that as is. What can I say except you're welcome? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I definitely feel like Ghost Rider could go back to being a 3. I think that's probably not remotely unreasonable. Well, the long pause was they were debating if they wanted to Havoc and they didn't have another play this turn. Interesting. Have we had a Ghost Rider base season pass? We have not. I think I just play for the breaker, yeah? Was the Halloween one last year, technically? It had a Ghost Rider variant, but that's different than a Ghost Rider theme with a bunch of characters, yeah? They're gaining 7 on the right. What does that work out to? Do we lose? Tie! There, Cassandra Nova, taking a point off of the Infinite and the Giganto. They used every bit of the Water Buffalo there, huh? Yeah, I couldn't play for Altar of Death in that last one because I thought it was unlikely that I won the right. And we did lose the right. So if I play for not the tiebreaker and I lose the right, I lose the game. So playing for the tiebreaker is ideal. It's annoying, but not the end of the world. Alright, shields up left and right. They're avoiding triggering Daddy Thaddy. I'd love to draw Black Knight next turn. Black Knight next turn, we could go Hope Black Knight Blade. Do we think they could beat 17 on the right? What do I think of this? We just say you can't beat 17 on the right, and then we like Giganto on the left. Or Infinite. If they don't spend all their energy this turn, we get to Infinite next turn. Thank you, Daddy Thaddy. Hazmat Ajax might get us here. A lot of these Sarah builds don't play Ajax, though. I don't have room for it. We'll see. Like I said, I think we were just betting the house on they can't beat 17 in Vormir. Is it safer to play Infinite Middle? That's an interesting thought. Because this ties the center, right? And they need 18 here? Yeah, that's technically ideal, isn't it? That loses to Hazmat. That loses to Hazmat.
Victory.
Again, I can't do that because I have priority and it loses to Hazmat. They're just bouncing out. Okay. So, we didn't quite make it up to 8,500, but we also didn't lose cubes. My tracker here says we were up 12 cubes from that set and we had an exactly 50% win rate. So, as someone who is expecting to load this up, lose 3 games, and promptly delete it, I think I can firmly stamp exceeds expectations on this deck list. You definitely need Black Knight. You definitely need Hope Summers and War Machine. Thaddeus is just kind of like a consistency / filler card. You could definitely sub him out. He's got value like in that last game that we saw where he fishes you up more expensive things without having to play more in your deck, but I think you can get by without it. Ooh, Adam Warlock's a fun shout out. Yeah, sub Thaddeus for Adam Warlock. Because Adam even plays well with Ebony Maw, right? Like your turn 3 can be Ebony Maw plus Adam and then likely draw 1 to 2 cards before your opponent can get back there. Yeah, I like that suggestion. If you're missing Daddy Thaddy, play Adam.